let's talk Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. This is my spoiler review of Spider-Man No Way Home, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, what are you doing here? Go watch it because it's a masterpiece. Okay, where do I start? Let's start with everyone who's in this movie. Oh my god. You got Doctor Strange, Daredevil. Freaking Daredevil's in this movie, man. Matthew Murdock, Daredevil. Let's go. Yeah, actually there's a little Easter egg to Hawkeye at the end too. And it looked like there was a fight at Rockefeller Center when Spider-Man's swinging in his new suit. Oh, by the way, he gets a new suit, and I don't know if it's the final fight of freaking Hawkeye. I hope it is. That would be epic if Spider-Man and Daredevil just swung in because a certain big baddie from Daredevil is in Hawkeye. That's all I'm gonna say because they're coming back, man. I'm so excited. But you also have Doc Ock. Brilliant. I loved him in this movie, man. He turns good, pretty much. He turns good at the end, and he gets his full arc. He gets his redemption arc, and everything comes full circle, which I really like. You got freaking Green Goblin. Ooh, Green Goblin. Yes! Electro, the Lizard, Sandman. Oh, it was amazing seeing them. It was surreal, man. I can't believe we're getting this type of MCU, these type of villains in an MCU movie. And it's hard to believe that the Sam Raimi and Amazing Spider-Man movies are now officially canon to the MCU timeline. And I love how their arcs come full circle at the end because in the final battle, they all get cured, which I really liked, and Peter Parker tried to do everything to fix them. Except one guy, but we'll get to that. Also, we got all three Spider-Men! Let's go! We got Toby, we got Andrew, we got Tom in the same film! I love it, I love it, I love it! Oh my god! Oh! Yes! It was surreal, man! I never thought I would see them in a movie together. Ever. It's amazing. And I legitimately teared up seeing them fight together and everything. And just, they're like, oh, who are the Avengers and everything? And I really loved that. And it's amazing. I love this so much. Yeah. But, let's talk about the big major stuff that happens in this movie. Because there's a lot to talk about wise. Let's talk about the first two post-credit scenes first before we talk about the elephant in the room, if you know what I mean. The first post-credit scene has my good old boy Tom Hardy Venom. Okay, the icing on the cake of this movie for me would have been if Tom Hardy Venom joined the fight with Matthew Murdock's Daredevil teaming up. And all three Spider-Men team up with them to stop the baddies. I would have literally died in my seat if that was the case. Because that would be amazing. But I feel like the first post-credit scene is a middle finger because freaking Tom Hardy's getting briefed about the Avengers and everything. And what happened with Thanos. And I really like that. But he goes back to his dimension, and I'm like, oh, that's just a middle finger. I really want to see Tom Hardy's Venom fight Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That would have been really awesome. I hope we get that. I think it's possible now, but I really hope we get that. Also, the second post-credit scene is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which does have Kate Bishop in the trailer in one of the scenes. Also, Scarlet Witch is in the trailer. I think Loki's supposed to be in the movie. I think this is like the Avengers' new like big threat is facing the multiverse. Like this is an Avenger type movie like Captain America Civil War was, even though it's not an Avengers movie. But I think that's what that is. That's what Spider-Man No Way Home was building up towards to. It's works. Spider-Man No Way Home works with other Spider-Man movie and as a precursor to Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. And I really like what they did with Tom Holland, man. His arc comes full circle, and it's a punch in the gut because he loses Aunt May, which was really sad, but not as sad as the Iron Man snap and his death. It's still really sad, don't get me wrong. I was crying, but I don't think I'll cry every time I see it. The freaking Endgame snap, though, I will cry my eyes out because that death was really impactful and just hard, man. That was, And then the major thing at the end was that Peter. Alright, so pretty much reason why the villains all come in to our world is because Peter Parker says, I wish everyone that knows I'm Spider-Man stayed knowing that I'm Spider-Man. So pretty much everyone. So for a moment there, you probably saw freaking Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy and freaking MJ Watson and all them guys just prancing around the freaking New York for a few days. Oh, that's kind of dark to think about, man. Oh, wouldn't that have been awesome though? Another thing that I wish what happened was at the ending you would saw freaking Gwen Stacy and MJ just come out of nowhere, hug Peter and Andrew Garfield's Peter and Tobey Maguire's Peter. That would have been a punch in the gut because Andrew Garfield's arc comes full circle because he does catch MJ in that one trailer where she's falling and you think, oh, she's gonna die. Andrew Garfield gets her and he has a sense of relief, which I really liked. I really enjoyed that, and yeah, but pretty much Peter makes everyone forget that he's Peter Parker to protect his friends at the end, and that's where the waterworks come in. Oh my god, man. That was an emotional scene. I really enjoyed that scene, and that was heartbreaking, and now Spider-Man's on his own. His friends forgot about him. The Avengers forgot about Peter, and everyone forgot about him, and it's really heart-wrenching, man. I really like what they did there, and I can't wait for the first time since Avengers Infinity War, I want to know what happens next. I want to know what's coming next, and I haven't been this excited to see what's coming next since Infinity War, because I just can't wait to see Spider-Man go solo, because I still think Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man. Honestly, he's perfect as a kid, and now he's an adult after this film, and I really like that. It's a coming age trilogy. That's what it is. It's Peter Parker throughout his high school career, and I really like that. It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and all that, and I really like that. Or Smallville. But, yeah. So, I've been hearing some complaints. My dad just is like, oh, yeah, I feel like it was drawn out. Honestly, I could watch this movie all freaking day. It's, like, almost 3 hours long. 3 hours long? Yeah. I could watch this movie all day, like Endgame, because these are characters I love. Not Eternals, the reason why I didn't care about them, because if it was a shorter movie, I would forgive it. But they're all the same superhero powers we've seen before, but they're just different superheroes, and I just don't care about them, honestly, because they're the same characters and everything, and it's a 3-hour movie. I would rather watch Endgame and this instead of that, but man, I'm excited for what's coming next. What did you guys think of Spider-Man No Way Home? And yeah, that's all I got. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I can't wait to see it again because it was so good and so awesome. And yeah, that's all for this time. Punch out like the face, like boss. See you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.